Ever asked a Brit if they want a cup of tea and they say, "I'm all right, thanks," but you have no idea if that means yes or no? Welcome back to The Fluency Secret. I'm your host, Grace. You all right? I hope you're having a brilliant week. If that tea question sends a shiver of confused terror down your spine, then you are in exactly the right place. It's a classic language learner's nightmare. You've mastered the grammar, your vocabulary is expanding, but you're still left feeling like you're missing half the conversation. Today, we are decoding the ultimate cultural puzzle, the British Politeness Code. We're going to expose how British people say no by, well, saying yes, or maybe, or something that sounds vaguely positive, but is actually a very firm rejection. So why the mystery? Why can't we just be direct? The simple answer is social harmony. In Britain, a direct no can feel blunt, confrontational, and just a bit rude. It's like using a hammer when a feather would do. We're culturally conditioned to avoid causing offense or creating any kind of awkwardness. So we wrap our no's in layers of soft, fluffy, linguistic cotton wool. It's not about being dishonest. It's about providing conversational cushioning. It's a way to disagree without being disagreeable. Think of it as a secret language, whispered between the lines of what's actually being said. And today, I'm giving you the dictionary. Right, let's start with a boardroom classic. Imagine your team is brainstorming. You pitch an idea you've worked on all week. Your British boss listens intently, steeples their fingers and says, that's a very interesting idea. Don't start celebrating yet. This is a 5-star, gold-plated, polite dismissal. The translation is, I can see you've tried, but absolutely not. Let's move on before this gets any more awkward. The key word is interesting. In this context, it doesn't mean fascinating or thought-provoking. It means, I have no other positive words to use for this, so I will label it as an object of mild curiosity before burying it in the garden. It's the verbal equivalent of a pat on the head. Next up, the close cousin of the interesting idea. I'll bear it in mind. This one feels helpful, doesn't it? It sounds like they're taking your suggestion seriously. For example, you should really try that new Italian place on the high street. Your friend replies, oh, brilliant, thanks. I'll bear it in mind. What they mean is, I will continue going to the same 3 restaurants I have been going to for the last decade, but I appreciate the sentiment. It's a conversational cul-de-sac. It acknowledges the suggestion and then politely files it in a mental shredder. If a Brit actually likes your idea, they'll be specific. They'll say, oh, amazing. What's it called again? Let's go next week. The vagueness of I'll bear it in mind is where the no is hiding. Here's one that starts in childhood, but never truly leaves us. We'll see. When a parent says it, it's a globally understood code for no, but let's postpone the argument until later. But in the adult world, it takes on a new life. Do you think you'll have time to look over my presentation? Your colleague, without looking up from their screen, says, yeah, it's a bit manic this week. We'll see. Translation. There is more chance of a penguin flying to the moon than me looking at your presentation. Please stop talking to me. It's a way of deferring a no to an unspecified future date that will, of course, never arrive. It buys time and avoids immediate conflict. Now for a beautifully slippery little word, perhaps. Perhaps is the non-committal champion. It's different from maybe. Maybe has a 50-50 chance about it, a genuine uncertainty. Perhaps is a no with a fancy hat on. Are you coming for a drink after work? Perhaps. What this person is really saying is, I would rather go home and surgically remove my own appendix with a teaspoon, but I don't want to sound antisocial. Perhaps creates the illusion of possibility while firmly bolting the door shut. It's the verbal equivalent of shrugging non-committally while already putting your coat on to leave. It's a masterpiece of polite evasion. Before we get to the big one about tea, let's do a quick lightning round of a few others. If you ask for a favor and someone says, "I'll see what I can do," they mean, "I will not be doing that, but I want you to think I'm a helpful person." If you invite someone to something and they reply with, "I'd love to, but," you can stop listening after the word "but." Everything that follows is just a polite excuse for no, and a real killer. With all due respect. If you hear those words, especially in a professional setting, brace yourself. They are a formal declaration of war. It means, "I think you are an idiot, and I'm about to explain why in excruciating detail." Okay, lightning round over. Now, for the final boss. Okay, back to the main event. The phrase that causes so much confusion. "I'm all right, thanks." This is the Mount Everest of British indirectness because it requires a multi-step social ritual to decode it. Let's break down the Great British Tea Dance. Step 1, the offer. Your host says, "Fancy a cuppa?" Step 2, the initial refusal. To show you're not a demanding guest, you must say, "Oh, I'm all right, thanks." This is a test of politeness. It's your way of saying, "Don't go to any trouble for me." Step 3, the insistence. The host cannot, under any circumstances, accept your first refusal. That would be rude. They are now socially obligated to insist. "Are you sure? It's no trouble, the kettle's just boiled." This is the crucial countermove. It reassures you that you are not, in fact, a massive inconvenience. Step 4, the acceptance. Now, and only now, are you permitted to accept. You must say something like, "Oh, well, if you're making one anyway, go on then, that'd be lovely." And there you have it. You've both successfully navigated a complex social minefield to achieve the simple goal of getting you a hot beverage. A direct "yes please" at the start, a bit too eager, a firm "no thanks" and leaving it there. Almost an insult. You have to play the game. All these phrases point to a larger cultural phenomenon, the art of the unsaid. The real meaning in a British conversation often lives in the pauses, the tone of voice, and the choice of words that aren't the most direct. For instance, if you show a friend your new haircut and they say, "Wow, that's a brave choice," they don't admire your courage. They are saying they hate it. If you cook a meal and your guest describes it as very wholesome, they're probably finding it a bit bland. It's not lying, it's diplomacy. We prioritize sparing feelings over delivering hard truths, so you have to learn to listen to the subtext. The communication is happening between the lines, and your job as a fluency seeker is to read that invisible ink. So how do you deal with this? First, and most importantly, don't take it personally. If a British colleague calls your idea interesting, they're not attacking you. They're following a cultural script. It's not about you, it's about us. Second, become a detective of tone. An enthusiastic, "yeah, maybe," is worlds away from a hesitant, maybe. The hesitation is the truth. Third, use gentle clarification. A phrase like, "No worries if not, just let me know," gives them a very easy and polite exit. It shows you understand the code. And finally, when in doubt, just assume the answer is a gentle no until you get a wildly enthusiastic yes. A lukewarm response in Britain is almost always a negative. So, let's recap. The British Politeness Code is a system of indirect communication designed to maintain social harmony. It means that a no will often be disguised as something else. "That's an interesting idea" means no. "I'll bear it in mind" means no. "We'll see," and perhaps are just prettier ways of saying definitely no. And when offered a cup of tea, "I'm all right, thanks" is simply the first move in a dance that should, hopefully, end with you getting a cup of tea. Understanding this isn't just about avoiding confusion, it's about connecting with people on a deeper level. It shows you've moved beyond the textbook and into the heart of the culture. It's where real fluency lives. So your mission this week is to listen for the no's in disguise. See how many you can spot. You'll be surprised how common they are. I'm your host, Grace, and this is The Fluency Secret. Stop studying, start speaking.